So it's no big surprise that when I'm talking to men about sex, there's a huge amount of performance, performance that comes into it. And this is something that was embedded in most men early on, right? Early on, when they became sexually aware, there's this idea that performance, and often measured by the amount of pleasure in your partner's body, that your level of performance is all that matters. So perform well and she'll have or he'll have the sexual experience that will validate your value as a sexual partner. And at first, that can lead to, let's say, good outcomes in sex, meaning your partner has pleasure moving through their body, they feel a good amount of sensation, and then you feel validated. But over time, what happens is that that pattern of performance really takes away from the possibility of deeper sex and deeper relating. And when sex becomes goalless, meaning not chasing the orgasm or chasing the peak experience, when it becomes much more about heart connection and pleasure moving through both bodies, then sex enters a deeper realm where performance is not something that anyone is putting on. And so, of course, I teach workshops on this all the time, but the fundamentals of it, for those of you watching who are really into the performance element or feel that maybe performance has gotten in the way of you experiencing pleasure or, just deeper sexual moments, the first is about breath, right? Being able to move breath through your body, to be breathing deeply, even when there's huge amounts of pleasure moving through you or a partner. That's the first pathway in. The second is about resensitizing your own body, right? Most men were trained to sort of desensitize their bodies and only the genitals matter. And part of the repatterning so that sex can go deeper is about men getting more sensitive and actually being able to feel their own bodies, not just emotionally sensitive, but actually being able to find pleasure in their own bodies, not just pleasure in their sex. And then the last piece is being able to sense and feel into a partner. So most men are feeling, through the genitals into a partner and taking cues to, in essence, scan, am I doing it right? Am I performing well? Rather than, is this feeling good for both of us? So sensing inside yourself and then sensing into your partner to feel, is this creating more pleasure, more openness, more relaxation, more turn on? Or am I just driving to the finish line, having lost complete touch with myself and my partner? So breath, sensitivity, and then that shared sensitivity of being able to feel into another are the three starting places to take sex into that deeper realm. And of course, if you want to practice this more in person, I run workshops on this 2 or 3 times a year and would love to have you come and experience it in a completely safe environment where everyone keeps their clothes on and there are rules of engagement, but you start to learn how to resensitize the body, how to breathe, and then how to be with another in a state of deep pleasure and deep turn on.